Hey, my name is Emiliano and my teammate's name is Mariana, and we're going to talk about the book that we read. That his name is Mercadotecnia con Salsa from Resumen. So let's get started. This book is very different from traditional marketing books. This one talks about how marketing works in a Mexican way, with real examples and uncomplicated vocabulary and special taste of Mexico. The writer also says that marketing it's like a sauce. It depends on the ingredients and the personal touch you can add to it. So in this video we're gonna talk about 6 parts or 6 chapters of the book and the meaning that they have. So let's get started. Well, for the first chapter, the book explains the fundamentals of marketing. That means the basis that every company needs to know before it starts selling something. And here Griffman says that marketing is not just advertising or sales, as most people think. You have to understand your client and add to it some value. It also talks about Mexican market. It is very special because Mexicans most of the times buy products while they're excited instead of thinking if it worth it. The culture, the family, the customs are very important to make a decision for the Mexicans. Also talks about the 4 P's, the product, price, place, and promotion, but in a Mexican style. For example, it is just not about offering a good price. You have to understand what the client can really pay and the value that he gives to it, well, to the product. In other words, this chapter shows us that marketing in Mexico needs to be more with feelings than theory. For the second chapter, the writer studies the behaviors, that habits, and the way that Mexicans we choose the products. So says that in Mexico the client looks for human trait, closeness, and confidence. And yeah, so that's why the brands that understand their clients are the greatest. An example is the ones that talks with humor, truth, and show family values. Also talks about the kinds of consumers, like digital adolescents, housewives, and workers, and how each group have their own motivations. In few words, this chapter will show you to see the client as a person, not as a sales number. The third chapter talks about connecting marketing with Mexican culture. Griffman explains that you can do the same things that people in America or people in Europe do, because the people is different and the emotions, the values, and the customs are very different from the ones that we have here in Mexico. So yeah, in Mexico people like more brands that shows warmth, community sense, and national pride. Advertising campaigns that works are the ones that make the audience feel identified, not the ones that use external concept, as I told you a moment ago. This chapter shows the Mexican marketing has their own sauce, mixes emotions, traditions, and local creativity. The fourth chapter, it really focuses on the services. It says how the business success not depends only on the offer, it also depends on how the client feels. Talking about 5 important ideas. I think, well, the first one is the intangible benefit, that it is how the client feels with your product or your service. For the second one is the moment of the truth, that is when the client can really live the experience of the brand or the product or the service. So yeah, that's why it says the moment of truth. The third one is marketing on public services. Yeah, where also you have to take care of the user. Then in the fourth point we have the intern marketing, that means motivates the employers. And the last one is the service experience. It has to be logic and pleasant. This means the service is not given, it has to be lived. And for Mexicans, the good treatment and the kindness are the best way of doing marketing. So that's a key for for marketing here in Mexico.
This chapter is more technical but also needs practice. Gaiman explains how to build real strategies of marketing. Talks about 6 important things. Segmentation. Divide the market related to the different kind of clients. Get appreciation. Achieve the brand get a place on the user mind. Differentiation. Offer something unique. Competitive strategies. Choose if you compete with the price, quality, or specialization. Growth. How to get bigger without identity losing identity. Loyalty. Keep clients happy and loyal. The most important thing is that the strategy is logic and shows feelings. It is not used to psych more instead of that. You have to understand better your client. In this last chapter, Gaiman talks about the future in marketing. Explains how to the consumer it will changing now one's authenticity, experience, and the value. It also talks about a digital revolution where the social media, internet, and technology allow personalization of the messages and they can reach more people. But there's that technology I can replace the human being. Says that the marketing future is about combining innovation, youth empathy, ethic, and social responsibility. And it's youth a very nice idea. The future marketing has to have soul. Because beyond the sales, what people looks for are emotion, connection, and sees. Mercadotecnia con Salsa is a book that cheats to the marketing with creative, empathy, and Mexican flavor. Remind us that the real six is not selling more. You have to understand people and connect with them. And that each company has to have his own touch so to stand out among others. Thanks for watching your video. We hope you liked it